Look, Dhoni is progressing. He's been pretty sick during the week. We will make a call on him tomorrow, but he's progressing, which is good. We had a couple of changes forced upon us late in the last game. And performance wasn't due to the fact we had to make changes. We were just outplayed. So, we're more uncomfortable going into this game. We'd been pretty good from a success-wise here at Chiphook, and sometimes just getting jolted out of the rhythms that you're in can be a good thing. So it's coming down to the business end of the tournament, and there's a lot on the line in each game, isn't there? So we're well aware of getting selections right. Our mantra has been to be as consistent as possible, and I don't see that changing. Yeah, we have. It's when it's one game here and there that can be disruptive. If it's 2 or 3 games in a row, then you start preparing differently. But the late nature of the pull-out in the last game, and also the other thing to acknowledge is we have got other big players, and we've got big players who haven't fired yet, and that's an exciting aspect for us. But it's a work on for us getting players with great records in the IPL up to speed. And if we can get them firing in the last 4 games, then our side looks pretty good. But any team that's got areas that aren't performing that well look vulnerable, and that would go for every team in the competition. So sometimes you can mask your holes. Missing Dhoni, you don't pretend you can replace Dhoni. That would be wrong. But if you did that with most sides in the competition, you take Warner, Russell, Pandya, those types of guys out, there are going to be some changes to be made. So we haven't overanalyzed it. We just know that if he doesn't play, other players have to step up. Favourably, if that's the case. Qualify with 3 games to go, that's a pretty good effort. If you set out at the start of the year and I sat here and said, we'll qualify with 3 games to go, then I would have been scoffed at. I would have been scoffed at hard, given the way you view our team. But no, every year the competition improves, but I'll stress it's down to players' form. All teams on paper look very good, but it's just how our players are in form or out of form that make sides look excellent or not as good as what they could be. So we're just looking for improved performances in some areas and a continuation of others. But we're really happy with the style that we've been playing based on the conditions put in front of us. But we've got a good challenge against Delhi. They're flying, aren't they? They've got some good parts of their game that are working well, and we've got to find ways to put them under pressure in our home conditions, and we look forward to that. Faf's been fine. Whenever he wears a singlet, it means that he's in good shape. So he's been wearing a singlet a lot around the place. So that means he's good. Jadeja also has trained well. So definitely into consideration for tomorrow. No, not really. They embarked on a good program right at the start of this cycle with young players. And look, just like every team, they've had players in form at the right time. Rabada has been excellent. They've had performances from other players at key times. So they've searched a little bit probably for that middle order overseas player, trying to settle on that. So whether we can exploit that on a tougher track will be our challenge. But they're a pretty well-balanced side, and I could sit here and say that about all the other 7. So on any given day, look at Manish Pandey. He's been in the wilderness performance-wise for almost 18 months, and he played quite beautifully for the Sunrisers here. So you just cannot underestimate anyone, and in particular be aware of players who haven't performed.